Hi, it's me, your folk punk dad, and I'm gonna play some songs for y'all. I'm from New Haven, Connecticut. It's good to be up here in Maine. I had one wish, and I wished for nothing. Who needs genies anyway? I'm missing something. I miss someone. I miss them here today. I thought about you, my friend, all this week. I saw on the Amarillo news that your dad's employer choked. He was a sick man, we're from a sick town. If illness isn't treated, it's hard to hold down, and it's hard to hold on, and it's hard to hope. The Cadillacs one day will be completely underground, at least by 6 or 7 feet. As of now, I can see them in this newspaper clipping. I see the one you painted. I was there once with you, and I thought that it was neat. In Palm Desert, California, on the way to LA, I saw a sign for Malibu. A scene flashed fresh in my mind's eye. That weekend with friends when we were 10 and your parents hired that mad scientist guy for an hour or two. You should have stayed when you moved to California. In Northwest Texas, people do what their demons tell them to. Marsh will only ever be halfway in the ground. You are completely under. Stayed warm from the first dirt your father tossed down. His face stretched in sadness and his heart full of thunder. You should have stayed when you moved to California. In Northwest Texas, people do what their demons tell them to. In Northwest Texas, people do what their demons tell them to. In Northwest Texas, people do what their demons tell them to. Stayed when you moved to California. That one was called Halfway in the Ground, and some of the references there were Cadillac Ranch, if anyone is familiar with that. But there's a whole backstory, but don't have time to get into it now. So this next song is called Demon Brain. When my brain is in a blender, I want my body to be too. Peace feels like a haunting specter. Give me an alley to stumble through. Give me a vacuum screaming too. Only chaos can calm me when I'm like this. A quiet church will make me feel insane. The holy stillness only magnifies my madness, and I crave a hellish, cozy corner for my demon brain. I crave a hellish, cozy corner for my demon brain. And I pray it won't last forever. May I feel comfortable in the calm again. Yeah, for now, darkness gives me pleasure, and chaos is my friend. And I know what's coming. It doesn't scare me in the least. Yeah, I'm still running, but by now I'm used to this beast. Yeah, by now I'm used to this beast. And you ask me if I'm okay. I've got two answers for that. I could say yes, I could say no, 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 and both would be facts. 'Cause I'm just so used to that. Used to the ups, used to the downs. Used to the seasons and the change. Used to the temporary nature of these clouds. But nothing ever stays the same. Why does nothing ever stay the same? Call me when I'm like this. A quiet church will make me feel insane. The holy stillness only magnifies my madness, and I crave a hellish, cozy corner for my demon brain. I crave a hellish, cozy corner for my demon brain. And when my brain is a pretender, blending into every storm. It used to send me on a bender, but now I'll wait out the waves and trust I'll be thrust onto shore. I'll wait out the waves and hope I'll be thrust onto shore. My peers thought I was shameless, stumbling, aimless, full of shame, popping into open mics, acting manic and deranged. Vodka on my breath, smoke in my lungs, joking, laughing, singing songs, smiling and numb. You could find me on St. Mary's Street in the Limelight Taco Truck line. I'd accost you with my ukulele and bloodshot sunken eyes. Do you want to hear my song about heartbreak and dinosaurs? I'd feel offended if they'd say no. Well, what are strangers for? And I was a drunken troubadour, trying to spread the joy I was desperate for. 21 and barely holding on. Do you want to hear my song? Do you want to hear my song? Every so often a friendly drunken crew would invite me to sit down and share a round or two. I'd talk with them and feel like I just made some friends, but I'd black out later, pass out, and that's where that story ends. And I was a drunken troubadour, trying to spread the joy I was desperate for. 21 and barely holding on. Do you want to hear my song? later, life is different. I remember new friends' names. I remember how we met, and I don't feel any shame. And we jam after the open mic, found what I was desperate for, and I still sing songs about heartbreak and dinosaurs. And I was a drunken troubadour, trying to spread the joy I was desperate for. Now I'm 33 and I'm glad those days are gone, 'cause I've got a new song. Yeah, I've got a new song. Thank you, thank you. All right, so this next one is also about recovery from alcoholism, and it's a little bit about how there are things in life that compromise people's self-control. A lot of people think that everyone has free will all the time, but that's not the case. There are all kinds of things that can compromise free will, so that's what this is about. Have I forgotten my own rule? I do the things I swore I would not do. They said the secret is self-control, but how do you do that when you don't have that? When something else takes hold. Took me a while to realize the fact free will can be compromised, and that is not a moral failing. No, it's something else, maybe not akin to sin, but mental health. When sincere decisions don't come to fruition, every effort to change fails its mission. Stop and listen, look under the surface. How often does someone really pick poison on purpose? Choice is not a given when it comes to addiction. Nobody chooses to lose the freedom to make decisions. We all want to be happy and free, but a semblance of free will is a fucking luxury. Have I forgotten my own name? The cycle repeats and I feel so insane. They said the secret is moderation, but how do you do that when you don't have that? Even with the motivation, it's mental incarceration and unbridled devastation and in inward desecration. And from age 19 to 22, I did so many things I never thought I would do. Lost myself, found myself in the gutter, passed out, blacked out, I mumbled and muttered something about self-hate and something about grace. So off track and out of whack, I thought my proper place was chugging IPAs, getting high and saving pace and finding creative ways to make the day a total waste. Don't tell me who I am, and don't tell me that I can. I would rather find out for myself, for myself. Have I forgotten my own rule? I do the things I swore I would never do. They said the secret is self-control, but how do you do that when you don't have that and you just want back your soul? That was called The Things I Swore I Would Not Do. And this next song is called After the Storm. After the storm comes another storm. Is it still raining? Because that's what happens when you get bored. I took my medication because I felt bad today. It made me feel different, but it was just bad in a different way. And if I could, I would vacation in. I'm not sure if it's the job for me. Right now I feel pretty convinced. All I can do is write songs and remember to breathe. Maybe if I write songs and remember to breathe, it'll help me along until I can conceive of leaving my room for a 7 to 3. But I'm worried still, it'd be too much for me. And if I could, I would smooth it all out and forget this illness bringing me down. The reality is, I'm probably worried over nothing. It's easy to forget it'll all be alright when alright looks like I won't be sleeping tonight. And I desperately want to escape my own skin, which feels increasingly tight. And I know I can't win this war with my brain. It'll rage on all my life, but at least I won't lose. I'll continue to fight. And if not, giving up could be considered victory. I'll at least win for a time, but I may never be free. And if I could, I would smooth it all out and forget this illness bringing me down, bringing me down, bringing me down, bringing me down, bringing me down. The storm comes. Thank you. So this next song is brand new. I think I wrote it like a week ago, and it's called "Shitty Gifts" with a T, Gifts. These days I give thoughtful gifts, not the shit that I gave to my family that Christmas, the junk that I stole. Oh no, this year I bought this. I thought this might be something that you might like, and maybe you'd think of me. I used to light things on fire like bathroom trash cans and bars, and I was a liar, bent on destruction, mostly of self. I didn't think that anybody else would notice, but I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to that today. To that. I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to that. No way. I was naive, I didn't know how to grieve, didn't know what to do with all of these feelings, rage and remorse completely off course, bored and alone and ashamed and still stealing. But I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to that. No way. I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to that today. Today. Okay, cool. So, yeah, that song was kind of inspired by getting a thoughtful Mother's Day gift for my mom that she appreciated. I didn't even pick out the gift, but it was a thoughtful gift and a thoughtful card, and I was like, man, I'm in a much better place than over 11 years ago when I literally stole goods from a store and gave them to my family for Christmas, and they weren't even nice. You think if you're trying to steal something, at least steal something nice, you know. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So this next song is about manic episodes, and I wrote it because I was listening to this song called Hungarian Folk Dance Number 5 in G minor by Brahms, and I was like, man, this song sounds like a manic episode, and so I thought I'd write a song about it. So this is called Manic Episode Number 5 in G minor. I can't seem to cool my rage. It's hard to gauge inside a cage of my thoughts that lie to taunt with little bits of worthless shit. I wish that it would stop. Maybe if I hit you up to try a risky body swap, you'll take my brain, I'll take your pain, and maybe it will balance out and we can both stay sane. I know that sounds kind of weird. I hope you would not mind a beard. I've gone on with this suggestion long enough. Just think about it. Frog in my throat, blood in my veins, flies in my eyes, goddamn this plague. It's not strange for my brain to rot. The fact is that it does that a lot. So many things are running through my mind. My brain is like a literal beehive, repeating words and waiting for a break before I make a horrible mistake. Deep breath, it's okay. No, it's not, I swear it's not. Take this day by day. I still don't like cliches. They're cliche because they're true. You may be right, but who asked you? Drink water, eat food. I know what I should do. I think I'll fall and lose it all. Trip down the hall and drop the ball. I think I'm worse, God curse my curse. But which one first? How about my thirst? I think that I will burst. I saw the sun, but I had on my shades. There's no applause, I see no stage. If I can bring them back, I know you know I would. But I heard that grief is love, and no, I'm not all good. Frog in my throat, blood in my veins, flies in my eyes, goddamn this place. It's not strange for my brain to rot. The fact is that it does that a lot. Hey! Thank you very much. So I think that I'll do one more. This has been so nice. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah. So the other thing I'll say, is I sing a lot about having bipolar disorder, sing a lot about being a recovered alcoholic, and I do that just to try to do my small part in lessening any stigma around it. These things, if you're struggling with any of these things, or if you're struggling with anything, it's important to talk about. It's important to talk about with people. And so I just encourage people to reach out, talk about it. There's no shame in any of that. So this song's called Baseball Bat. And I released it with my band Junkyard Fort back in 2018. And we just put out this month a remaster of that 2018 album. It desperately needed a remix and remaster. So it's out now. We're really happy with how far along the sound came. And so feel free to check that out. I'm also going on tour this summer, so I just played my first show of tour last night in Portland, and traveling between Connecticut and Colorado, so feel free to follow me and look for tour updates. I'll be on the road for 2 months, so getting around. All right, here we go. This is Baseball Bat. Face felt empty and hollow, like all the blood it drained out. Palms pressed tightly against temples, elbows on knees, let it all out. I'm glad I got to see you. I needed to see you. I wish it didn't remind me of all the times I don't see you. I know I don't have to say I'm sorry, but please forgive me. It might help me forgive myself. I know it's no one's fault, but I have that anger within me. And I could destroy a wall with a baseball bat, but I'd rather hug you till I don't want to do that. You don't have to remember me, since I'm still here. Not in the way I used to be, not as near, but I'm still close, and you're close too. Days I get to see you are the days I like the most, even if they feel too few. And I could destroy a wall with a baseball bat, but I'd rather hug you till I don't want to do that. Yeah, I could destroy a wall with a baseball bat, but I'd rather hug you till I don't want to do that. Call me, I'll call you, and we can talk. I know it sounds cliche, I'm gonna say it anyway. My love won't stop. And I could destroy a wall with a baseball bat, but I'd rather hug you till I don't want to do that. And I could destroy a wall with a baseball bat, but I'd rather hug you till I don't want to do that. And I could destroy a wall with a baseball bat, but I'd rather hug you till I don't want to do that. And I could destroy a wall with a baseball bat, but I'd rather hug you till I don't want to do that. Thank you. Thanks so much for having me. I'm Folk Punk Dad, and hope you have a good day.
That was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
That was incredible.
Oh, thanks.
I've been listening